Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Andrew Michaels, and I'm here to help you. Welcome to the sleep clinic. I see from your chart this is your first visit. Oh, you've been here before. I don't remember you. That's right. We did that therapy. It was close up. We used those goggles on you. Well, we try to tend to mix things up and do some different things. Sadly, before we can get started on your session, we don't have your data. Would you care for a few minutes that I put it in for you? Okay. Of course, we must start with, I have some errant little hair over my eye. Isn't that funny? Seems like you have one right there. No, I'll get it. Right there. Yeah. There. That's better. Well, if you'd like, I can put your data in very quickly. So I'll just type it in because my assistant's busy with other patients. Okay? So let me bring it up. All right. And of course, we always start off with your name. Okay. Okay. Age. Okay. Place of birth. Your practicing physician's name. Do you happen to know? You don't happen to have his address, do you? Good. All right. Yeah. Oh, I put that in wrong. Where's the backspace? Oh, wait, I'm not toggled up right. There we go. Okay. What was that again? Okay. There it is. Let's see if he comes up. There it is. There's your doctor right there, right? Okay, so we'll select that. There you go. I have all your data right there. No, I don't have access to your medical records. I am just a sleep therapist. I'm licensed by the state and the city of Chicago, Illinois, but I am not a medical doctor. I do know first aid training and head of my class in CPR. That's right. Well, you can never be too careful. Sometimes, well, sleeping can lead to apnea and, of course, breathing issues. Okay. And next of kin. Okay. And that would be your, okay. All right. All right. Good. That's very interesting. No. Here at the sleep clinic, we are not judgmental. Just trying to fix Okay. Now, what seems to be the actual sleep disorder that you have? Now, is it that you lay down and you just can't drift off to sleep? Are you waking up in the middle of the night? Would you like to describe it for me, so for the record? And you can be as detailed as you need to be. Okay. Let me get up my Word file here. All right, ready? Okay, go ahead. What exactly is your... If you have been diagnosed with a mental... Okay, I'm going to put that in first. That's important. All data is important. Data is key. The key to success is data. Or data, if you're a Star Trek fan. No? I know, you just can't beat Captain Kirk and Spock, Scotty. I like that yeoman, I forget her name, the little blonde. Oh, she was so pretty. And I liked the dynamic with her and Kirk, you know? I know, it was, those early episodes were the best. I really do agree. They were really trying to do something there. I like the new Star Trek movies too. Yes, I do. For the same reason. I love it that Spock and Uhura are, an item. I just think it adds something to it. Well, they couldn't have found a better person to play Spock. That young man is extraordinary. Oh, yeah. Well, Christopher Pike was born to play Captain Kirk. I mean, if we can stop right here and just talk about that all day. His career is, what a stellar career. I mean, Christopher Pike. No, Chris Pine. Did I say Christopher Pike? That's the first captain on the Enterprise. Isn't that hilarious? Chris Pine. How did I do that? I'm so glad you caught that, because, I would be so embarrassed at the next. I know, you go to the Trekkie convention and go, that Christopher Pike, boy, he's a hell of an actor. They drum me right out of there. The mind slipping. I know. I think that's part of the fun. Just give up one day. You just let it go. One day. Probably not that far away from me. And your sleep disorder started at what age? So okay, so... No, I can still do math. Not very well. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I did notice that too. Do you think there's a physical aspect to your sleep disorder? Physical? Because, if you don't mind me doing this real quick. Right? And I'm serious. I can almost see it right there. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Has a doctor ever talked to you about that? I think that might actually be a problem, that area, right? Let me type that in real quick. Hold on. I just want to make a note of that. I like an addendum. And it started right here? Let me see that. See if I can get in closer. I can't believe that. Right there. It's right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is That is, let me write this down. And you've seen how many doctors over this? Really? Did you ever see Dr. Luis? You know who Dr. Luis is, right? Luis is a great doctor. I can't believe that he didn't make a connection here. He's really, you know, time out. I know this because, I'm older, wiser. You go to these doctors, sometimes you hit it off, you just mesh. Sometimes you don't. So it's not always the doctor. It's not always you. It's just, oil and water. You didn't mix. If you didn't, quite jive with Dr. Luis, he's a great sleep doctor. He runs a fantastic sleep clinic. I'm glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that. I wish more people were level-headed like you. I really mean that. I really wish more people thought before they spoke. You know that? I'm guilty of it too. I'm hello, up there. I'm in trouble. I do it too. We all do it. We all do it. I know. I'm putting all of this in your report, your file. If you want to give Dr. Luis another try, I could consult with him. Maybe I'm not seeing this situation the way he did. And you got to remember too, what exactly did you go see him for? Okay. All right. That makes perfect sense. When you explain it that way, no. Here, no, don't get upset. No, come here. No, shh, no, here. Don't get upset. No, don't. I saw it because I've experienced this before. I'm in the business. Dr. Luis is a regular practitioner. It's possible that he has never come across this, where I have seen this before. This area right here. It's right here. You can see it. It's right here. Look. And I could hold a mirror up and you could see it. Like, here's a little mirror that I use for observation, and you can see it right there. Right about there. Look, in that spot in the mirror. Yeah, right there. And unless he knows to look for it, I'll tell you a story. Hang on, let me finish typing this in. I'll tell you a story. Really gonna help you. Okay. F10. There we go. Page down. Okay. Is there pain involved with it? Discomfort? Let me tell you a story. My son had necrotizing pneumonia. He was about 9 or 10 years old, and we got a phone call out of the blue. We took him to the doctor 2 or 3 times. He had an x-ray. His lungs got an x-ray. He was on antibiotics. Would not get better. Could not get better. Took him to the doctor. And the doctor said, whatever, some kind of flu bug or bronchitis. We get a call out of the blue from a concerned parent saying, your son's in our class, so is this other couple kids, and they believe they had necrotizing pneumonia. Because they took their daughter to a specialist, she was not getting better. She was more ill than my son. So it got scary for them, and the girl couldn't breathe. They took her to this doctor as a specialist. He took one look at her, X-ray, whole medical procedure. Immediately made a diagnosis. Okay. Said, there's other kids in your class with this. You have to contact those parents. Let me know. We took him to this doctor. Here's the antibiotic and the treatment he needs. He needs this certain treatment, certain level, breathing treatment, all this other. One treatment from this doctor, my son, and took the medication. My son was healed. I mean, this man was a healer. This man was a healer. I was dumbfounded. I was completely dumbfounded. We went back to our family practitioner. Remember how I was telling you have to be more, this is good advice. I mean, some doctors and dentists but most family practitioners are good guys, and they're trying. They see a lot of patients, and they make little mistakes. We take the diagnosis and the x-ray back because the family doctor wants to see it. He takes one look at it and goes, there it is. How did I miss that? And he admitted he missed it. You could tell it bothered him. You could tell it just ate him up. And some people would just react, like, you made a mistake. Well, I've made mistakes. Have you made some mistakes? Yeah, I'm sure. We've all, I just gotta write something down, made lots of mistakes. And I'm telling you, I'm right there with you. Live and learn. Live and learn. Take it as a it's over now. He's better. The doctor, saw the light. We're happy. I just want a healthy kid. Move on. That's right. Well, I will. I'll call Dr. Luis after today in the evening. I'll give him a quick call. I'll email him around lunchtime and see if I can't set up a conference call with him. Would you like that? Okay. I'm glad. I really am. And it's your attitude. When it comes to sleep, I've noticed it's your attitude that makes the difference. If you're willing to let your mind go, relax, forget about all the thoughts of the day, put all the crazy stress of your day out of your mind, forget about what you got to do tomorrow. The alarm's set. You're going to wake up. You have your daily planner. You're going to get it done. You're going to do what you can do in a day. 2 hands, 8 hours. That's my motto. I have 2 hands, 8 hours. I can only do so much. Well, they didn't hire me to be a miracle worker, even though I have been known to possibly be involved in a few miracles. I have saved the world a few times. Yes, I did. I rescued a woman on Manhattan Island, New York, she was swallowed whole by a giant reptile, like a dinosaur. Yeah, that thought a foghorn, this horn in the middle of the city was it was like a mating call. And it came up out of the ocean, some prehistoric creature. It was released from like some deep freeze, frozen, prehistoric prison by an errant nuclear explosion. It was really confusing. We were all over the place. I was actually in New York because we were responding to the nuclear blast. It was under the ocean, so that was good. There was no, fallout or anything. And it was a small nuke. You know, if there is such a thing, you know. And I was in New York responding. This creature is on a rampage in New York City. I mean, the first terrorist attack in New York City was a giant reptile. And it's swallowing people, it's spewing acid and fire and lasers out of its eyes and smashing buildings and stepping on cabbies. It was horrible. I mean, you know, and here I am, smack dab at a cafe meeting with my boss, as a matter of fact. She came down from Chicago. I know I work for a woman, and she's a wonderful lady. She's the boss, you know. Oh yeah, don't tell me about it. Me too, you know. She's the boss. She's always like dropping pencils and making me bend over and pick them up, telling me I need more exercise. I need to eat less. It's just, you know, I'm not making fun of the whole thing, but you know, it's like I'm not a piece of meat. You know, I just want to be treated like a human being, like everybody else. You know, can you relate to that? And here she is. You know, I'm trying to stay alive. I got like laser beams from this dinosaur, you know, coming at me, and she's over there wanting to know, like, can you pick that? I dropped my napkin. Can you pick it up off the? Ooh, you should unbutton that top button. It's like, you're disgusting. You know, men wear ties. Get over it. You know, no, I'm not undoing my collar. You know, God, I'm a married man. I keep forgetting to wear my ring. That's the problem. You quit wearing that ring, and everybody thinks you're getting divorced. The old lady don't like you no more. Your wife's cheating on you. You know, you're going gay. You know, there's just, you know, just the rumor mill just goes crazy. And, you know, I'm a big, heavy guy, you know, so just, you know, I have lots of sex appeal. You know, I'm just what everybody's looking for. I know. I don't believe turnabout's fair play. I'm just telling you right now. Ooh. Natalie Portman. Yeah. Natalie Portman could harass me. I would take it from Natalie Portman. Stop this whole story. Natalie Portman could abuse the hell out of me. I would just, you know, oh, whatever you want, Natalie. I agree with you there. Ooh, she's so smart. There's something about us, this, you know, the cerebral, that smart woman, you know, controlling you and manipulating you, and ooh, like, you know, Dynasty, you know, like that Alexis, whatever her name was, you know, yeah, the one that Captain Kirk fell in love with in the journey to the end of the world thing, yeah, when, yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes too. And Spock, you know, he's running around with the hat on, so he's not an alien anymore. I know. Time travel in Star Trek. There you go. Mesh. Good fit. Well, it's not really science fiction, it's science fantasy, to be honest. And I thought I was in a science fantasy story. I got this dragon. It's not a dragon, it was like a dinosaur coming at me down, you know, right down the middle of Manhattan, Fifth Avenue. I'm in some outside cafe trying to keep, you know, from getting killed. My boss is like saying, you know, it was just ridiculous. And she's expecting me to tip because I'm the guy. I'm like, well, you're my boss. This is on the expense account. I'm not tipping. Oh. You know, she picked that tip up. You know, as soon as I put the tip down, she picked it up. And she put a tip on the bill. I know she did. You know, your boss always acts like the company money is their money. Like if they save the company money, they're going to get a bonus or something. Don't they? Then they end up quitting because they didn't get a bonus. You know? Am I right? Losers. Yeah, I should be the boss. That'll go over well. So anyway, I do have a degree in astrobiology. So this lady, I see her get swallowed by this creature right when this missiles from an airplane strike its midsection and kill it. We run up. The creature is impaled. Its top jaw is impaled on a light post. So its mouth is wide open, and we can hear this woman screaming for help inside its throat. She's alive. Now she's beat up. She's inside the throat of this creature. She actually helped kill it because she like trapped it and it couldn't breathe and it suffocated, and then they hit it with the missiles and finished it off, and she's stuck inside this creature's mouth, or throat, down in its gullet thing, the gullet, and she's screaming for help. And is there a doctor? Is there a doctor? Is there a doctor? I mean, everybody's responding down the way to the emergency. There's no emergency personnel there. She's gonna die if she stays in there because there's acid and blood and saliva and it's all alien. They get a ladder and put it up to this creature's mouth. They send me up there. I'm a doctor. My boss, of course, now I'm a doctor. He's a doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor of astrobiology. And they go, we don't care if you're a doctor of mathematics. Get up there and, do the math. Figure it out. And so they put me up there, and I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. I go up there, and I helped calm her down, and the fire department showed up. We figured out where to get to her, and we got her out of that dinosaur's throat. I swear to God. I hope you don't have nightmares from it, because it was a good ending. I mean, thousands of people got killed before she got saved, but we saved that one. New York's finest. So we, So she was so grateful. What a nice lady. Mother of 3. Professional lady. Nice lady. Sends me a postcard every year. With the kids and the grandkids now, because it's been a long time. And I was so appalled to find out that they covered that up. They covered it up. You didn't even know about it. See? It's the life of a hero. You're an unsung hero. You don't do it for the press. You do it for the people. You do it to save a life. Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm glad that made you groggy. A little sleepy now? Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a little up close sleep talking to help you relax and hopefully get you the much needed rest that you deserve. Now, how I'm going to do that is I'm going to have you lay down and put your head right here between these pillows. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to type in data points and lean in closely like this. Over top of you as you're laying down calmly. And I'm going to speak to you quietly. And if you like it, and you let yourself relax, you might actually fall asleep. So lay down, put your head right here. Now let's get a nice, soft, cloth and lay it over your head, over your eyes. There you go. And then I will slide you even closer to me. There you go. So I can get in really nice and close and talk to you. While we type up the rest of your data. Okay. So just relax and enjoy the next 20 minutes of your life. It's good to see you relaxing. Isn't that nice? Massaging the keyboard with my fingers. It's nothing like getting a little rest to make you feel better. There's nothing like getting a little rest to make you feel better.
There's nothing like getting a little rest
There's nothing like getting a little rest to make you feel better.
There's nothing like getting a little rest
make you feel better. There's nothing like getting a little rest to make you feel better.